is Teresa Russell. I'm the current president of the Dublin Worthington Rotary Club, and today is our 38th meeting of the 49th year of the club. And today's invocation and pledge will be offered by Al Wu.
Bow your heads with me. Pray. Father, in these tumultuous times, grant us the serenity to find peace within our souls. Let your presence envelop us, casting out all anxiety and fear. May your still, small voice drown out the clamor and noise of the world, bringing us a deep sense of tranquility. Help us to anchor our thoughts on your promises, knowing that you are our refuge and strength. Fill us with your peace, Father, that we may be a beacon of hope amidst the storm. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Anybody with announcements, make your way. And Jim Farmer, do we have any visitors?
I think we do. We have two visitors lurking back there at the food table, but I'm gonna prevail upon Emily Biondo to introduce them to us. There's Emily, also lurking at the food table.
We have with us today Fran and Fred. Fred's an exchange student from Brazil, and they're joining us in the Delaware Rotary Club today.
Thank you.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, as promised, I have some surveys on the table. Now, I brought 30, and from a rough count, there should be more than enough to go around for today's meeting. I will send them out for those of you who are online. I will send them out electronically, but these will not. These are not fillable surveys, all right? So they're hard copy surveys. But again, we'll survey this week. We'll survey next week. Get them back to me, and we'll make some decisions with regards to the 50th anniversary. All right. Thank you.
Friday, we're gonna plant some trees and, need volunteers to help us, plant those trees. We'll be at the, Lindbergh Park, and we will be, gathering at about 9 o'clock. If you're able to come, that would be really good. And, bring a shovel, bring a spade, bring gloves, bring a rake, bring any of those things, bring your neighbors, or whatever, and, we'll see if we can get this kicked off. We do, have invitations out to, students at, Worthington Alternative School and, the Boundless folks. So I expect to see some students there as well. Appreciate your help. Thank you.
Thank you. So in addition to the community service opportunity this Friday morning, we have another community service project opportunity on May 9th, which is our Buddy Box event. All right, we try to do this 3 or 4 times a year, and the board is budgeted 4 times, so we try to get our 4 times. So if you're available, please contact Chrissy Ruffy and let her know that you're available. And hopefully this time we will have enough signed up plus some people on a wait list, so that as inevitably happens, someone can't make it. We can still have a good event. We've actually been doing pretty good on turnout, really good on production, because as we do it more, we get more productive, I think, so we get more out per person there. But this is something that has a big impact, and it only takes an hour of your time from 6 to 7 on that Thursday evening. So thank you.
Hi all, I am asking again today for a volunteer to be the counselor for our incoming exchange student during the 2024-2025 school year. Last week I sent out description of the roles and responsibilities, but I want to reassure everyone that as the youth exchange officer, I'll be working with you and helping you if you have questions. And then also, if you know anyone in the Worthington Coburn School District who might be interested in posting, please send them my way. Thank you.
Good afternoon. This is a little preview of coming attractions. I just wanted to mention to you that the program in 3 weeks, May 15, will be the Senior Vice President of the Ohio Chamber of Commerce, bringing us a full presentation about what's going on in the state of Ohio from the Chamber of Commerce's perspective. His name happens to be Justin Zink, and he happens to be my second cousin from Stark County, Massillon area. So anyway, I just wanted to give you that preview. Thank you.
Can you guys imagine why I'm here? What could it possibly be? It's raffle time. Our travel raffle, our $20,000 travel raffle is probably got like 20 days left in it. We're a little behind from where I'd like to be. We've got maybe $15,000 raised and 550 so tickets sold. So we're really in crunch time. So if you need flyers, I know we've got some extras here. If you know people that would be interested, which is everybody, make sure you're letting them know. We really gotta get the word out. Thanks.
All right, guys. I just have a quick announcement. Casey, who is the manager downstairs, office manager, wanted me to remind everybody that if you need to have a meeting in this space or anywhere up here before or after, she'd like you to email her in advance. She just wants to have a heads up. And today she has an event immediately following, so we need to scurry out of here so that they can get in here and set up for their next meeting. Thank you, and I think we're ready for our sergeant, Mike Moulton. Now we're ready. Mr. Creed. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Tree is here. Get out your walls. Go first. Bucket, yeah. Let's see. I'd get Emily to carry the bucket for me since she's lurking at the table.
So
She was lurking at the table forever back there. She probably got everybody's food, so. Emily, find out $1 and then go around and get these happy dollars. I know we got some happy dollars out there. Got a happy dollar? Raise your hand, please. Got one back there, Tom.
Yes, on Saturday, we built 54 walls for a Habitat for Humanity house. There were 157 volunteers, including many from our Rotary Impact Club. So I'm very.
All right.
How did you move those off the green after you got these huge frames?
Muscles. Yeah, we took the walls apart in sections and loaded them onto a truck. And now they're at 1501 Genesee Avenue. That's the house site.
Good job.
All right, yeah, they have a great program. I've worked with them for years. So, anybody else have happy dollars? Oh, right over here.
I got a new puppy on Saturday. Yeah, just what I needed, right? So just like a new parent, I'm up all night, but, this puppy looks like an Ewok from Star Wars, so we named him Wookiee. He's super cute, 7 pounds, hopefully he stays that way.
What is he?
He's a Shih Tzu, so a Shih Tzu and a Poodle mix.
Okay. Shih Tzu and Poodle. I've got a French Bulldog and a Shih Tzu, and we call him a bullshit. And that is the truth. Okay, all right. Now we got everybody kicked off here.
One ugly.
How many folks out here are gonna help us on Arbor Day? Jared forgot to tell you, Arbor Day is Friday. So those of you who did raise your hand, get $1 out. And, then for the rest of you, I've got a few questions here that you might be able to answer for me. And, we'll see if one table or one table, if you have the answer at your table, then that table is excluded from $3. $3 maximum. So, Arbor Day, can anybody tell me what state Arbor Day originated in? Teresa?
North Carolina.
No, not North Carolina.
New York.
No, not New York.
Massachusetts.
Maine. No, no,
Michigan.
no.
Washington.
It was first brought into Nebraska.
Why?
It's kind of, Nebraska needed trees. It was way too hot. You know, they need something to block the wind. So,
Is that true or is that just?
no, that is the absolute truth. Who is the founder of Arbor Day? Anybody know that? Nobody? Oh my goodness, this crowd is striking out.
Mr.
J. Sterling Morton was the original architect of this program, and it was,
That's something we needed to know.
well,
And a salt company.
do you know what day it was? The first day, Arbor Day?
No, but how about what kind of a tree did they plant?
Well, I'm getting to that now. Emily, go over here and give me a dollar. Speaking out, turn, he's not even. The first date for the Arbor Day was April 10th, 1872.
Okay.
And can anybody tell me how many trees they planted that day within 1,000 trees?
5,000.
5,000, anybody else? Any other guesses? Come on, you might have 1,000 guesses.
11,000.
11,000, anybody else?
100,000.
100,000, anybody else? Nobody's gotten close yet.
50,000.
Still not there. They said that at first planting, 1 million trees were planted.
Wow.
The first Arbor Day, 1 million trees. Think about that.
And how many are we planning on
We're
Friday?
gonna plant 2 or 3 trees on Friday. And I'm sure the ones they planted were a little bit smaller than what we're gonna do, but anyways, all right, last one, and I'll let you go. How many folks here are signed up for the golf outing? How many folks here know about the golf outing? Oh, okay, well, I can make that first announcement. Our Memorial Golf Outing is gonna be held May 25th at Glen Ross Golf Club.
In Nebraska?
And that's not in Nebraska. By the way, Arbor Day is always the last Friday of April, in case you guys want to know that. So,
What time, Mike?
anyway, our key times for the golf outing, the Memorial Golf Outing, they're gonna start at noon. They're gonna be in Glen Ross. And it's May 24th, I believe, it's a Friday. May 24th, it's Friday. It's actually 25 on this day, I have to go ahead and put it. So, I will send out put it in your calendar, I'll bring a sign-up sheet next week. We'll try to get it on, our website so that we get some folks to come out and have fun and enjoy our day. Maybe I can get the trophy back from Todd from last year too, so. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, well, that's sugar. Steve. Oh, confused here. Okay, so the program is right here, right now, I'm getting speakers.
We do not.
Yeah, speaker has not yet.
Okay. Well,
We're gonna add Liv here.
we have a guest, we'd love to hear from you if you are interested.
Sure.
We have time, don't be shy, we're
Yeah.
a pretty friendly group. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I just did. No, tell us why you're serious, we'd love to hear.
So for those who don't know, my name is Brad Curtin. I am an exchange student from Brazil. My Rotary district is 4730, and I've been here for about 8 months. Roughly 8 months. So I'll be here for the whole school year, and the program is just basically, we live between about 10 months in the foreign country, we changed family, host family, so currently my third and last host family. And it's always so cool, because like every single one has different dramas inside their family, so it's quite fun to hear all of them. So I know the police department drama, I know some foreign dramas, and I know some school dramas.
You
So,
wanna share any of those?
What grade are you?
all been in Ohio?
I've only been in Ohio, yeah, Delaware, Ohio, that's where I'm staying.
Where are you from in Brazil?
I am from the South. No one knows about the South, don't worry, it's okay.
What part of the South?
Do you know any city called Curitiba?
Of course, yes, and Paraná, right?
Oh, yeah, he knows. He knows it, impressed.
Well, so.
He knows your police record and,
Tell us a bit about Curitiba. That's a pretty famous city, isn't it, because of its original planning?
Yeah, so it was a planned city by. Forgot the name of the mayor, right now I just forgot it, but he basically turned the city into a more like efficient way. So he started to build bus driveways, so he's very known for that because he's very efficient, he's the most efficient driveway in Brazil, so it's pretty good.
What's a bus drive?
So that is like the system of buses. So roads basically just for buses. That we go through all the city, so it's very efficient. It's about 2 million people city. So it's a quite shock to me moving to 2 million to a 50,000 people city. It's quite a shock for me.
What grade are you in?
So what has surprised you the most about America and Columbus that you didn't expect?
I think for the cultural thing, because specifically for Delaware.
The chair, co-chair of the program committee.
Okay.
Keep talking, it's okay.
Okay. So for me, specifically for Delaware, Ohio, they have a really strong horse culture. Horse races, yes.
good job.
So actually, my second whole family, they have four horses, sorry. They have 4 horses, all in for races. And I quite had the experience of like living and taking care of the horses in the barn, taking the hay out, walking with them. So I had a little bit of this culture of the horse culture there. Any other questions?
What grade are you in? What's going on in school?
So my current grade in Buckeye Valley High School, I'm a junior. But when I come back to Brazil, I'll be a senior already. So right after that, I go to university and hopefully head into university.
So what's the difference in your school in your home country and here?
The biggest difference for me was that Buckeye, American school in general, they really have a sports thing. Like, I don't know how to say that.
No, that's good.
But like, American schools have a really strong sports culture. They have a great variety of sports, so currently I'm in track and field. I'm ready to do the business events. And for me, it's like a brother right there. Everyone knows everyone like treats everyone as their family. So it's a really good environment to be in, and maybe I think everyone here been in the sport in high school, apparently.
What about your family? Your Brazilian family?
So my dad is an old man, he is 67 years old.
That's young for this club, generally.
He was the first to be born between his 7 siblings, but he was the last one to have kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So my mother also, she's 43 years old. I have a little sis, not much little, 1 year younger than me. So she's turning 17 this year. And of course, I have my dog. Because now every dog is part of the family.
What are your long-term, educational plans?
So my long term is getting to university and studying for civil engineering. That's my goal.
You wanna do that in Brazil or?
In Brazil, yes, in Brazil.
Which university would you like to attend?
My dream would go to USP. So that's the main goal.
University of Sao Paulo.
Yeah, that's it. University of São Paulo. That's the main goal. They have the best teachers. That's the biggest university in Brazil. So that's the main goal.
So are you gonna build another city like the one you did for civil engineering?
Yes, I am.
What was the most difficult part of making the transition from coming from your home country to coming here? What was the biggest hurdle or difficulty or?
I wouldn't say I have difficulties,
Good.
but when I got here in the airport, like the Columbus airport, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't have any expectations. I have no idea where I would go. I have no idea how it would be. I don't know. I have no idea where I would live or who I would live with. So in my head, I didn't put as many difficulties as I should. So like, I think it was easier for me.
Tell them about your trip here from Sao Paulo. Tell them about staying in Atlanta.
So my the arrival was not the best arrival in the world. I have a 4-hour delay in Sao Paulo. And actually, this 4-hour delay was the exact gap in the Atlanta airport I had. So when I arrived in Atlanta, my flight was like already going. So I saved like an hour and a half in the line trying to get a new flight. And they sent me to the hotel inside the airport, slept for 2 hours. Had to go back again 2 hours in the line to get the check-in. And then I arrived in Columbus.
And when
And I was impressed, the rent was like, oh, he got it. He knows it.
Okay, Fred, why don't you stop for a minute? I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my, experience as a youth exchange officer, and then I'm gonna get Fred back up here to tell you some more things. So, yeah, so it's been great having Fred here. I've had mostly girls in Delaware for the last, few years, and this is even going back before, COVID. So it's great having Fred. We have 2 exchange students in Delaware usually, so one at Buckeye Valley where Fred is, and one at Delaware Hayes, where Prada is, our student from Thailand is there. And I'm very excited that you're gonna have an exchange student here next year. We're also gonna have exchange students at schools that haven't hosted in recent years, at Westerville North and at Whetstone and Clintonville. So these 3 schools are quite close to each other, and we're sort of working on this together. Emily and Mike Collins is the youth exchange officer in Westerville, and Steve DeWeese, who will become the youth exchange officer for the Dublin AM Club, the Worthington AM Club. So they're gonna be the hosting club for the student at Whetstone. So we're going from 6 inbound students this year to having 8 next year, and we're hoping to maybe have 12 in the not too distant future. Because the more students you have, the easier it is to run the program, actually. It's easier for the inbounds, it's more fun for us if we have more students. So we're excited that you're willing to have a student here. This is a great thing for us, and we're excited about it. And I'm excited because Emily's young compared to the other people who were youth exchange officers. So that's really helpful. I mean, I have a fairly good sized youth exchange committee in Delaware, but I'm by far on the way the oldest person on it. Because this is an activity that actually appeals to younger people in the club. It's sort of fun working with Fred and Prada.
So I think it's, while it does have some challenges, it's quite a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. I've been the youth exchange officer for 11 years in Delaware now, and I love it. I'm looking forward to our students who are coming next year. So we're actually going to have, in addition to the 3 in this area, we'll have 2 in Delaware. There'll be 2 more inbounds in Bexley and 1 in Lancaster. And they're coming from lots of different places. We've got 2 coming from Brazil, more Brazilians, right? Yeah. We have a boy coming from India. We have a boy coming from Taiwan, 2 girls from Brazil, a girl from Poland, and a girl from Japan. So, yeah, it's a good assortment, and you don't know what they're like until they get here. I mean, it's kind of exciting in that way. It's a little bit like working for the State Department. You don't know, there's lots of things that you don't know about until they get here. And that's exciting. Like, you don't know how much money people have. You don't know how much they like dogs. Like, Fred, you like dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred's big on dogs. So it's really helpful. In fact, all 6 of the host families we have this year in Delaware, they all have a dog. So this might be a sign that if you might just find out people who have dogs and think, yeah, they could be a host family. So Lisa, you got a new dog.
That's not my list. I need more.
So I try to make this fun for people. I think youth exchange can be a lot of fun, and that's what we try to make it. The program was suspended for 2 years because of COVID. So that really stopped things in its tracks. But now we've been rebuilding, and I think we're going into a new good spot. And I think there's a lot of interest in international education in general amongst high school students. So I think that our program's attractive, and there aren't very many organizations in America that send outbound students to other countries. There's quite a few organizations that host inbound students, but not very many that send students out. So I think that's what we're really going to work on, and I'm excited about that too. So Fred, come on back up and more. Yeah, you have to. So we were talking about this. So tell them a little bit about your experiences going to Disneyland and what it's like compared to now.
So this is not my first time here in the US. I've been previously a few times, like just in Orlando, like in Disney World, Sea World, and all the parks in there. And then people ask me how different it is to be a tourist and being actually living in Delaware and living in the US. So like if you're a tourist in anywhere in the world, you're just looking to see the beautiful things in there, like perfection, all kinds of stuff, like the beautiful things. You're not gonna notice the real problems. You have to face it if you're actually living somewhere. So my experience, sorry. Even though I'm an exchange student, I've been seeing, I'm encouraged to see more like tourist things. I've seen some problems, like inside, outside my host families, in their jobs. Sometimes they complain a little bit, not all day, just like the dramas I told you about. But like, if you're living in the place and you start to engage, like in this new scenario, you start to realize some actual things that you didn't realize before if you're doing like a tourist thing. That's it.
Well, can I ask you, you have a great ability to speak English. How did you learn it, and how did you practice it, and those kinds of things?
So I started, okay, so for every kind of school in the world, you have to at least, like, you're encouraged to learn something. So at least in Brazil, you have to learn a little bit of English, but it's not in a good level. It's in a very poor level, English in the public schools. So I have to study in a separate private school. Actually, like every single day English. So I studied about 6, 7 years on that school. And it is specifically my school is affiliated with the Cambridge University in England. So I had a chance to take the what do you call it?
What, TOEFL or?
It's like the TOEFL, but oh my God, but from Cambridge University, like see higher level is in English. And I improved my speaking, well, I'm still improving, you know, I'm not the fluent guy here. I'm still very nervous being in the spotlight every single time. I'm very introvert, I don't like doing that. I told you before, I don't like doing that. I really don't like. But I know if I want to improve my social skills and speaking skills, I have to do it. Even though I hate it.
You do it very well.
Do you like being in front of groups?
I hate it. Single time.
You said you see the good and then what was the bad?
No,
You didn't see
nothing.
the bad, yeah.
Just bad things, like in living.
Gotcha,
place.
okay.
Fred, was the United States your first choice of countries when you chose to exchange?
It was my second choice,
What was your first choice?
Taiwan. Well, what happened is that, for example, if I want to go to Italy, an Italian guy has to go to Brazil, so that then I can go to Italy. That's why it's called exchange. And the guy from Taiwan, he gave up on going to Brazil. Then I lost the chance going to Taiwan. So then I choose my second choice, US. Any other questions?
Yeah, what about adjustments of food and things like that? Or what are your favorite foods that you've had here? Just talk about the whole thing about foods in Brazil and food here. You don't hate this, do you?
I don't wanna be mad, I'm getting mad, but I don't really like the American style food.
Okay.
Can I say that?
Yes.
I still prefer Brazilian food in any way, any kind of way. So I think like there's too much fat on the American food here. But against all contradictions, I lost weight.
All right.
Here, yeah, I lost like 25 pounds, 30 pounds here.
You really do that.
So one of the advantages of having exchange students is that I've learned about the Brazilian Grill and Market in Columbus Square. You know, this place on kind of the east side of Worthington?
Right.
So Columbus, the Brazilian Grill and Market in Columbus Square on the east side of Worthington is a great place. They have great Brazilian food there. So I got introduced to that. It's really great.
How much did you like it?
It's really good. I took my wife there. We bought lots of stuff. Yeah.
I'd like to know what the education is for, high school students or, in Brazil.
Can you repeat it for the Zoom?
When did you have to start first grade, or do you have grades, or does everybody have to go to school there? Just tell us a little bit about your education.
So a little bit about subjects is that in Brazil, we will have only here in the West, start beginning. Here in the West, subjects are divided. So like instead of just doing math, you have algebra, geometry, statistics, algebra, this kind of stuff. It's separated. In Brazil, it's called math. You take math. What's inside math? Everything else. So you don't have a separate class for algebra, you don't have a separate class for geometry, you just have math. And the whole year you're gonna study a specific topic about math. So it was a very good thing here in the West. I could choose what I want to study or what kind of activities I want to do. Is that here? There's some, I don't know exactly the exact name for it. There's some type of classes they're not gradable, like they don't add in your GPA. You just mark like a fun class. Actually, it was really good to know that I'm not taking anyone, I don't have any study halls, and you guys, I'm just in my classes, but my different class that I'm having here is American government. Cause I'm doing junior year, and I've never had government class in Brazil, never. Like, we don't have government classes. So it's very interesting to me because like the American prison system of governments, they're very similar. So I actually can relate both of them at the same time while I'm studying the American government. So that's actually very good. I really like it.
How old were you when you started school?
I think I was about 2 years old.
How many?
2 years old.
Three?
Two.
Two.
Cause my sister, she got in when she was one, and yes, she got in when she was one, and I got in when I was two.
And how long did you have to stay, or how long do you stay in school?
So in my elementary and middle school, we have, for middle school, we have 9 years instead of 8. But in high school, we have 3 years instead of 4. It's the same amount of years. Middle school and high school, they just switch. So instead of being 8 and 4, Brazil is 9 and 3.
How old were you when you graduated?
He didn't graduate.
He doesn't graduate.
He hasn't graduated yet.
Oh, you're still in school down there?
Yeah, so in Brazil, in general, you graduate when you're 17. Or 18, depends what time of the year you're born, but usually 17 when you graduate.
How old are you now?
I'm 18. But I didn't graduate because I went here to US before I finished my high school. So if I was still in Brazil, if I didn't do the exchange, I'd be at university right now.
Will you be able to graduate from school when you get back?
Yes, I did my first semester before the exchange, and when I go back, I'll do the second semester. Because they're gonna keep the grades from the first, they're gonna add up the new grades from the second semester when I go back.
Fred, what tips would you give the students that are coming over here next year from Brazil about your experience and how they can benefit from your experience? What tips would you give them about it?
Be patient, because like, patience is everything. You're in a new place, you don't know what's gonna happen, so be patient, listen to the other people, listen to your host parents, because you're gonna live with them, and they expect from you, you're gonna follow the rules from their house. So listen very carefully, don't argue with them in the first week. Don't try to argue with them, you may go back if you do that. Don't even try it.
How do the rules differ from your house to the host family's houses?
It's kind of silly. I was a very respectful kid. I am. So I just like, if they say to me, oh, don't do that, or hey, can you help me doing that? I say yes, or no. It's very simple. It's not difficult. Just follow the rules, listen to them. Don't try to argue, be respectful, this kind of stuff. It's very easy.
Are you glad you made the decision you did, and are you enjoying what you're doing?
Yes, I did. I'm loving it. Every second of it.
Have you made close friends here?
Yes, I have.
Great.
So in my heart, I still see my first close brother, because he goes to the same school as me. I'm still making friends. I just joined track for about like a month. I'm new at it. So I'm still making new friends in there. They already know me because like, oh, you're the exchanger. Yes, I am.
Tell them about going to prom.
Yeah.
It was really good. Personally, I prefer the after prom than the actual prom.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the problem.
the after prom were some activities inside the high school. So they have a bunch of inflatables. A lot of people were there actually. A lot of people. But some people they had the after prom.
Did you go?
No, I didn't. I wish I did.
Tell them why you didn't go.
Well, my friends, I told my host parents, they're like, oh, can I go with them? They said, no, we're gonna pick you up at school. Okay. See, don't try to argue, just say yes.
In looking to your future, do you see perhaps interactions with the United States as part of your future professionally?
Maybe, because my father is a civil, also civil engineer, has a construction company. And Delaware County has, I've seen a lot of construction happening here, a lot of building development. So maybe, I don't know yet.
So you're thinking of following your father's footsteps then?
Yes, I am, yes. Involunteer.
Very good. Well, thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Are we?
You're the program today.
Actually, it's fun to go to these meetings with Fred. Fred's a good partner for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have one comment. I had a Brazilian student in 2002, and that year, they only allowed one family because we were right after 2011, and every family and every kid was vetted after 9/11 very heavily. It was one of the best experiences of our life, along with my daughter. She had a great experience. He went on to take courses in Germany, and he was in chemical engineering and did quite well. But we've kept in contact for years, and I encourage you to keep in contact with your local family.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just, talk about this ranging for host families, because you're in Delaware, you have one high school. So you have the whole, community, and in Worthington and other communities where there's multiple high schools. And doing that 3 hosts within one school, attendance area is sometimes difficult to arrange, as opposed to when you have the whole, like Delaware is one school district with one high school, so. The communities that, you see my point here,
Yes, well, actually, I have 2 high schools, so I have Buckeye
Okay.
Valley and Delaware Hayes.
Okay.
So I have students at both of those, so I have different host families for different high schools. And,
but there's still only one high school in each of those communities.
Right.
Is what I'm speaking of.
yes, there's only one high school. So, what I've discovered is that the school is your friend. The school is a good source of, I'm gonna talk to Emily a little bit about that after this meeting here. The school can help you find host families. If the Rotary Club isn't, able to do that, you can approach the school. Because there are more students there who might be interested in doing this, their parents. So, forming a good relationship with a particular high school is important in this activity. You don't have to have a good relationship with, say, all 3 of your high schools. Like in the Olentangy School District, we also are hoping to have a student at Olentangy Berlin, maybe not next year, but the year after. And I'm just picking that one high school out of the Olentangy School District and work with them. Concentrate with them, so, yeah. Thank you very much for having us.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. It was a great fill to our morning, thank you. And Charlie, you're not Bonnie, but we have a raffle.
That's right. Yeah, Bonnie asked me to fill in, so
Thank you.
Today.
find somebody who didn't get a not promoted. Fine, so 25 in the weekly.
Don't pull Jim Miller again.
You did a great job.
Jim had
Most of the kids that
answered
we've had in the past
6-6-2-5. Courtney. 25 for you. Thank you, sir. And it's 309 in the ace of spades. Will you do some time? And the last 4 are 6-6-1-5.
Three.
Mike Holden.
Yay, Mike. Okay, Mike. Oh, perfect. Forever district.
Be a skinny jack.
58.
58, there you go. That's a dairy deck there. Right there it is.
You think? Got it? Oh, Jack Arts. All right, thank you. So the things we think, say, and do first. Second. Third.
Friendships.
And fourth.
Will be beneficial to all concerned.
Thank you. We are officially adjourned.
Did they have more questions for you?
No, not yet.
It won't be,
I'm gonna take the L. Yeah, get that out of here.